confirmed that the US President Donald Trump didn't actually get the Nobel Peace Prize. We are breaking updates now coming in. The reaction coming in from Donald Trump on missing out on the Nobel Peace Prize, claiming that he has extended assistance to the awardee, the Venezuelan opposition leader María Corina Machado, on multiple occasions. He in fact also went on to say that the Venezuelan opposition leader called him and accepted the prize in honor of him. So this is what he goes on to say, and I'm quoting here: "The person who got the Nobel Prize called me today and said, I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it. I didn't say give it to me though. I think she might have. I've been helping her along the way. They needed a lot of help in Venezuela during the disaster. I'm happy because I saved lives." This is what Trump has said while speaking to reporters at the White House.
So the person who actually got the Nobel Prize called me and said, "I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it." A very nice thing to do. I didn't say then give it to me though. I think she might have. She was very nice, and I've been helping her along the way. They need a lot of help in Venezuela. It's a basic disaster. So, and you could also say it was given out for 24, and I was running for office in 24. All of the transactions that we did in terms of closing. But there are those that say we did so much that they should have done it, but I'm happy because they saved millions of lives, many millions of lives. And speaking of somebody that saves lives, don't ever play golf with it, because Keegan Bradley just walked in, one of the greatest golfers in the world, the captain of the Ryder Cup. And man, I'll tell you, you did a good job. You almost came back. I turned on, I said, I sort of turned off. It wasn't looking good. And then a little while later, I turned on. I said, you guys might make it. That would have been the miracle. What a great job.
Senior consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us on the broadcast. Good morning. And Srinjoy, yesterday as the announcement was made, you did say that this time around, more than the winner, it's who missed out that's making headlines. And Trump, in his first reaction, has also gone on to say that the Nobel Peace Prize winner actually told him that he deserved to win.
That's a nice consolation prize, you have to admit. And thank you for remembering. Yes, of course. We were expecting Trump to react about not getting the Nobel Prize. And very clearly he says that the eventual winner called him and said, look, you deserve it more. But Trump says that he had the courtesy to say, don't give it to me then. Very well. So we'll have to see what happens in October next year, whether the people in Oslo actually decide maybe Trump is the right person. By then, we don't know if the war between Russia and Ukraine will still be raging, whether Trump would have played any part in its ending. But it must be said that as far as the Gaza effort is concerned, he has played a role. We don't know where the situation will go as now in the future, but as of now, at least the guns have fallen silent. People are coming back to Gaza, and perhaps there is a chance of peace.
Okay, all right. So consolation prize is what it is for Donald Trump as of now. He himself, of course, promoted himself as a peacemaker, but failed to get this bid for the Nobel Peace Prize. The Norwegian Nobel Committee has instead picked Venezuela's María Corina Machado, recognizing her for her fight to bring democracy in the country. Machado, though, dedicated her Nobel Peace Prize to the people of Venezuela and the US President Donald Trump for his decisive support for democracy movement. Now, making a final pitch just hours ahead of the big announcement as well, the US President Donald Trump had claimed that he ended 8 military conflicts between warring countries. But has Trump really ended 8 wars? Let's take a closer look, and it reveals that his claims are actually only half true. While he did bring Israel versus Iran war to an end, the conflict in the wider region still rages on. He claims of mediating a ceasefire between India and Pakistan. That has already been outrightly rejected by New Delhi. Then his claim of ending the Egypt versus Ethiopia conflict, that's a real stretch, as the countries never really engaged in any armed conflict at all. Now, while Trump found some success in Gaza, even there attacks were reported after the peace deal was also finalized. And also, Trump could not have technically won the Nobel Peace Prize this year, as the deadline to file the nominations had ended.
In the long history of the Nobel Peace Prize, I think this committee has seen any type of campaign, media attention. We receive thousands and thousands of letters every year of people wanting to say what for them leads to peace. This committee sits in a room filled with the portraits of all laureates, and that room is filled with both courage and integrity. So we base only our decision on the work and the will of Alfred Nobel.
So after the US president was actually snubbed by the Nobel Committee, the White House also issued a statement and accused the panel of putting politics over peace. In fact, the statement added that President Trump will continue to make peace deals, including him as a leader who has a heart of a humanitarian. Remember, the White House had also put out a post calling him the peace president. So even though Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize, we have more breaking updates now coming in of appreciation coming in. The